What's up, everyone? So you've no doubt been noticing there's a lot of changes in the Sisu platform. It's mostly about making it very easy for you to track activities and tracking exactly the activities that you want. So I'll just hop in and show you really quick. Let me share my screen. So when you log in, my.sisu.co, you'll notice that there's a new tab up here. It's the record tab. Click on it. And this is a way that you or your agents can track right from the desktop. So a lot of people, when they do their time blocks and they're taking time to prospect and focus on these activities, they're either using their app or they can use the desktop, and it works seamlessly between the both of them. You can plus it up here, or you can just go ahead and type in a number, and that's going to keep you up to date. And then, if you need to go back or forward, or choose a different month, you can just select the time picker right here. If you prefer, instead of the tiles, you prefer a list view, you could certainly do that as well. And then the other thing that I mentioned was that these activities are going to be completely customizable. So in the past, we had a set list of activities they were choosing. Now you're able to add in your own activities completely. So let's say if I go into admin and team settings, I go to activities, and you'll notice this button right here that's telling me I can add my own custom team activities, as well as all the activities that were default in the system before. So make sure, you can go in and check, and if something is already in there that you want, use the default system activity. That gives us a little better visibility and ability to pull reports off of those activities. But if it's not, go ahead and click add custom activity. Do Sisu new features demos. Sisu feature videos. There's character limit there so that they still look good and display well on our dashboards. So I'll add this new activity for me, and I'm going to turn it on, and I'll make sure to hit submit down here. So now when I come to my scoreboard, and there it is, Sisu feature videos. So I'm going to go ahead and +1 for myself because I'm doing one today. And other updates, you may notice the activity. So in the client sheet, let me show you this. Go to your team settings and head over to client transaction fields. You'll notice that we've kind of displayed this in a way that shows you what's the most important in our system. So these metrics are, one, the bold ones, these are required. So any transaction that you're pulling in is going to need a first name, last name, the client type. So that means, is it a buyer or a seller? It's going to need a transaction amount. And these are usually estimated. Normally you're pulling in hot leads and you have an idea of what that transaction amount is going to be. GCI, that's the total commission that's going to be generated on the deal. And then paid income is the agent's split on that deal. So, GCI transaction amount might be 300,000. So a 3% commission would be 9,000 in GCI, and the paid income for the agent is going to be 4,500 if it's a 50% split. So those are all required and very necessary to be able to have good data in here and track it in the system. And then we went ahead and bolded in orange these 4. And these are the dates that drive everything that happened in your system. So if you want to, you'll notice if you go to your app and say, I want to add an appointment, or I just barely went on an appointment. So we recommend that when your agents get out of an appointment, they pull up their tracker and hit +1 on the appointments. That's going to pull up their pipeline where they can select somebody and add an appointment date. And the date, once that date is a date that's either today or in the past, it's going to count it as one appointment. And then same goes when they sign a buyer broker, or when they sign a listing agreement, or when they determine that that lead has now become their client, they're going to add a signed date. And then, obviously under contract date, when their offer on a house gets accepted or on a property. And then settlement date is finally, that's the date where this actually closes in funds. And that may be in the future. So when you put it under contract, you're probably going to put a future settlement date. And that's what's going to give you some pending metrics in the system. And it's not only going to show you who's under contract, but who's pending with a settlement date. How far out are they on that? How much should you expect in the next 45 days or so? some of those metrics, that's how we're pulling it, is with that settlement date. So hopefully that helps. There's a few other things here and there, but those are the main things that we want to show you today. And have some fun with it. Go out there and create. I mean, if you have activities that you've been holding off to track because it wasn't customizable, go in there, add in those activities, remove the ones you don't need. You can add a full set of custom activities if you want. And then one thing I should definitely mention is when you go to your activities here, drag and drop them. So you notice there's a little hand, and I can drag and change the order that these are showing up. And that's going to help me, one, when I'm looking at my dashboard, it can have a logical flow, right? So maybe you want to look at dials into other appointments, into, you know, some different metrics, the way that you're going to organize it so that it makes sense when your agents are tracking it. It makes sense when you're reading it on the dashboard. So you have control to change the order of those. As always, reach out to our team if you need any help. Many of you know this, but some of you maybe don't. Right here in the corner, there's a chat box. So you can pop in here and ask a question, just start a new conversation. That goes directly to our company's Slack channel. So it's like instant. You can expect a reply in typically 5 to 10 minutes. So we stay on top of that very well, want to provide you with the support that you need. If you have systems like that have a CRM that has a Zapier connection, or a transaction management system, or a task manager that has a Zapier connection, and you can easily look this up by going to zapier.com and just typing it in and seeing if it pops up, definitely reach out to us and we can help you get that integration set up and start pulling more data automatically into Sisu. So hope for your best success, and have a great holiday. Let us know how we can help. Just hit the chat box. Thanks, guys. Bye.